Good morning. Welcome to Random Vibes with T. My name is Tanya. I pray that everyone is doing well, feeling good, and walking in your truth. Well, today's video is all about everything dealing with Thanksgiving, harvest, and fall. I am starting off making some peanut butter cookies. My kids love peanut butter cookies. I don't have little kids, as you guys know. My son is 24. My daughter is 17, will be 18 in a few months. But however, they love my peanut butter cookies. And what is it if you're not cooking for your family during this time of the year? I know you guys, we cook for our families all the time, but it's very rare, I can say for my family, that we can all be off at the same time, get to fellowship and have fun. For those who celebrate this holiday or not, I take advantage of the time off and the fellowship and fun with family. So take a look at my 3-ingredient peanut butter cookie recipe that I found online. All right, we're going to start off with a cup of sugar. I have 1 pack open, so I'm going to use what's in here first. It may just be enough. Let's take a look. Let's shake this up a little bit. Nope, it's shy of a cup. Let me go open the other bag. All right, we have our cup of sugar. I'm going to pour it in my mixing bowl. That's a lot of sugar. You guys can do a cup or whichever suits your need. You have to do equal parts of peanut butter. So when I made these before, I used about 4.5 tablespoons. So let me go get a spoon. All right. You know, this stuff sticks.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait. Oh, yeah, that was the sauce, the sugar and everything. What she said? I've decided that
My daughter loves Reese's peanut butter. If you heard, that's the oven that I have preset at, we're preheating at 350. So this will be about the same amount of peanut butter. I'm just going to see how much more I can scrape out of here. Hey, we don't want to leave anything in the containers, right? As expensive as groceries seem to be right now, we need to get every little drop, okay? Or is that just me? I'm going to scrape it until I can't scrape it anymore. I think that's it. Okay, let me go throw this container away. Yeah. The day turned out so nice in the beginning. Yeah, if you flatten it out a little bit, you'll see that it's a cup of peanut butter. If you guys can see that. All right, so I'm going to mix that in with the sugar. So I've gotten all of the peanut butter out of the measuring cup in here with the sugar. And the last ingredient is just 1 egg. Now you guys can opt to use a hand mixer or any type of mixer that you have. I'm not going to pull out my mixer for this. I'm just going to do some hand work and some arm work and stir it together with the spoon. See how it's coming together? Keep stirring it until you get a really creamy mixture. Okay, I have mixed the peanut butter, the peanut butter, sugar, and the 1 egg. It's not creamy. I'm thinking of doing the cake. It's just like regular cookie dough. It's really nice. It's nice, thick, and fluffy. It's not too loose or too firm. The consistency is good. So I'm going to make little balls, spread it out with the fork, and put it on the cookie sheet.
Get back to a special moment.
All right, I don't know if I was recording the last time when I was making the little cookies, the little circles. I used a half of a teaspoon with a tablespoon. I may have to slide this one down some. And then you just spread them out with the fork. Let's see. I should have thought about that. My daughter always laughs. She was like, "Mom, you never do your cookies in a neat row. You just throw them all over the place." I don't try to. But I was just thinking, okay, maybe I don't have these spread it out in a good distance, but they should be fine. Who other than me just loves the smell of peanut butter? My God. And just love peanut butter cookies. You all can make any type of impression that you like. So here's my first batch. Again, I have the oven set to 350. I'm going to put these in for my oven. It takes 11 minutes. The recipe that I got offline said 10 minutes, but here you guys go. Let's get the first batch in the oven. Okay. And wash that stuff. I have to wash and clean as I cook. My mom would be in heaven fussing if I didn't. She'll be the first one to say, "Girl, I taught you better than that." But she don't have to worry about it. I got it, Mama. I got it. All right. Put this water off. The next thing I'm going to do is boil my turkey necks. Cook them on the stove in a little bit of water and some chicken broth. Let them boil for a few hours until the meat is pulled away or fall off of the bone. I'll be using this turkey neck meat and my green beans as well as my dressing. All right, so here are my turkey necks rinsed and cleaned. I scrubbed them very well. Now I'm about to go get my pot, put some water and some broth and some seasonings in it, and get my boiling going on. All right, here's my pot of water. I'm going to add some reduced sodium chicken broth. Don't have any type of measurements. I just go with what feels good to me. Now I'm going to add my turkey necks to it. I have a second pack of turkey necks that I may be adding to this. What I love is the broth that it makes from the turkey meat and the juices and all of that. I use that to fix my green beans as well as my dressing. All right, I'm about to get my green beans cleaned and ready. So I am using 3 bags of the Great Value cut green beans. I'm about to get them over here in the sink. You can hear the water running. Let me see if I can move you guys. Clean them off and then put them in this aluminum pan that I have already cleaned and sanitized. All right, the green beans are all clean, so I'm going to dump them in here. I think I may go get that 4th bag to be on the safe side. Hold on a second. All right, I got all the green beans in the aluminum pan. And oh, my oven is going off. Let me go take a look. Okay, you guys, this is the finished look of the homemade peanut butter cookies. You know, of course, I had to try one, right? They are so good. So here are the cookies. I just checked on the smoked turkey necks. They are very tender. The meat is close to falling off. So now I'll be starting my dressing. So right now I'm going to cut up some onion and then I'm going to cut up some green pepper. This is an onion that I already have. So, doing a rough chop. I don't know about some of you guys. I would like to taste my onion in my green beans. I don't want them too big. They don't necessarily have to be all diced up, because I'm going to saute them anyway. I'm finished with these onions. I decided to cut some more onion because I'm not only putting some in the stuffing, but I'm putting some in the green beans as well. So I was like, I'm already cutting some up. I might as well get it all cut up at one time. little piece of green pepper. Who other than me, when you're cutting, you find yourself twisting and turning your cutting mat or your cutting board? My daughter laughs at me. Like it gives me a good angle instead of trying to move the item around. Why not move the board around, you know? I hope the lighting isn't too bad. It is a very cloudy day. It started off kind of sunny, then it rained maybe like an hour ago. I did look at the forecast and they did call for at least 40% of rain. Seems like it's done for the day. The temperature is good though. We're in the upper 50s. Yesterday we didn't get out of the 40s. And next week here in Virginia, we're having, I think it's like a whole week of the nights going to be in the 20s and the teens, and the daytime temperature between the mid 30s to maybe lower 40s. I don't know. A lot of people been complaining, oh, it's too warm. It's too warm. It doesn't feel like wintertime. Well, winter is right around the corner. All right, now I'm going to cut up green peppers. Claire, my daughter, is at work. She loves fresh green peppers. She will eat them raw. And she's been doing that ever since she was a little kid. And every time I cook, it's like she has a radar. And she'll come, leave me a few slices too on the side. And then, you know, I leave her a few slices. And of course, like any typical kid, while I'm still cutting the remaining pieces, can I get another piece? Can I have another piece? I'm like, come on, it's not going to be left for the meal. And the funny thing is, I can buy a green pepper, clean it, have it in the fridge, ready to be utilized. She'll never go in there and cut it and get herself any. Never. Don't bother with it. But as soon as she see me in here using it, it's just like, that's when she want it. I'm like, really? So, but you know what? I don't complain. Because for one, time is flying, and before I know it, she'll be moving out and living on her own and doing her own thing. So, I definitely treasure these moments. And you know how your kids will tell you, I'm never going to leave you, Mom. I'm never going to do this and that. We all know, we've told our parents that. But it's nothing like getting out and getting your first place and feeling that freedom. Oh, one have jumped ship. One of the green peppers just fell on the floor. But anyway, we all know how it feels to move out, have your first place, and feel that freedom and that responsibility. You really feel like you are an adult at that point. And I definitely want her to experience that, because I did. When I moved out in my early 20s, I never came back home. You know, by the grace of God, I managed to be able to maintain myself. And I had some difficult times, like, you know, most do in their early 20s. And I did get a little help from my parents here and there. But after a while, I adapted this motto If I can't afford it, it's not for me, which I have carried my entire life. I don't believe in living beyond my means. I'm not doing anything to impress other people or anything like that. So, and what others say or think don't matter, because they're not contributing to my living. So I don't care what people think. So definitely, I do miss my son being around the last few years. He has lived with me on and off, between moving in with a roommate and then coming back and getting on his feet. But he's definitely maintaining. He is determined to make it on his own. But hey, we know that this day and age, he has a, what, I think a 1-bedroom apartment now, and he's paying almost $14, I think, a month, on top of car insurance, his car note, you know, his other living expenses, cell phone. So I'm like, hey, he doing all right since he's maintaining. I done slid the mat halfway across the counter. I wasn't even looking into the camera. But you guys know what a green pepper look like and how to cut them up. So I'm going to add these to my little pan. Give me one moment. All right, I got the green peppers and onions in the pan. I'm going to add a little oil and some seasonings. All right, I'm going to add a little oil. Excuse me, you guys. I hit the tripod. I have to get used to this overhead one. I just got this from Amazon. Just gonna do a little bit of seasoning salt. Some onion powder. This is about empty. I might as well finish this. Some people don't season their vegetables when they saute them, but I do. It's your choice. Some garlic powder. And this is by no means a tutorial. I'm just showing you guys what I'm cooking for Thanksgiving and how I cook most of it. And a little bit of black pepper. And a little bit of lemon pepper. Not too much since I just used seasoned salt. Just a little bit. Alright. Give these a little toss. Is it me? Who likes the smell of your onions and your green pepper sauteing? It smells so good. Sorry for the shaking. I think the camera is shaking a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna let these sit and saute a little bit. I have it on a little bit above medium heat. Let them saute, stir them here and there, and I'll be back with you guys. The onions and green peppers are tender like I like them, so I'm about to cut these off. Okay, the green beans have been added to the stock that was created from boiling the turkey meat and seasonings. So I've added the green beans to the pot. Going to now add some of the peppers and onions. About half of that. Now I'm going to add some of the shredded smoked turkey meat. And give this a quick little stir. I'm gonna get that incorporated real good. Man, last year I had so much turkey meat, but they enjoyed it. I was like, oh my God, I cooked too much turkey meat. But this year, it's not gonna be every bite with turkey meat, mostly every bite. Okay. Turn this up a little bit, and then I'm going to add some seasonings. I'm going to start off with some onion powder, some of the same seasonings I added in the onions and peppers when I was cooking them before. Some more garlic powder. This pepper has been getting me today. Some more pepper. Some lemon pepper. Stir that up. Going to add some apple cider vinegar. I do enjoy cooking for my family, you guys. I've been smiling and grinning all day. Even though I am cooking, this is my last physical day to work. I'm not working in the office today. I'm working from home. And I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. Not too much. Normally during the year, I don't use sugar. I use honey and other sweeteners, but for Thanksgiving, I go ahead and use regular sugar. So I guess you could tell that from the cookies that I made. So let's add a little sugar. A little bit more. All right. Get some of that sugar in there to balance the other flavors we have. And then I'm going to cover this and let this simmer. Let all of the flavors come together for about 30-45 minutes. I'll check the green beans. I don't want them to get completely cooked because I will be putting this in the oven. So I'm going to add potatoes to this as well. So I'm going to cover that and let that simmer. I am working on my sweet potatoes or yams. This is the first batch that I have taken out the oven. The way that I do mine, I clean my potatoes, put them in the oven, let them bake for 30-40 minutes, or till I get the tenderness that I would like. Chop them up, put them in the baking sheet, and now I'm about to make my candied sauce. All right, here are the ingredients for my sweet potato or candied yam sauce. I have sugar, butter, light brown sugar, cinnamon, honey, corn syrup, vanilla, all mixed in here, and I'm about to stir that up real good and pour it over the potatoes, and then add the other batch potatoes on top and pour the remaining on top of those. So here is how the potatoes look with the first batch of candied sauce on top. The other potatoes will be coming out of the oven shortly. Once they cool off, I'll peel those, slice those, and then add the remaining sauce. Here is the final look of the green beans with potatoes and turkey meat. Here is the final look, excuse me, here is the final look of the stuffing. It's late and I'm a little tired. Everything is coming out well though. According to my taste tester, who is my daughter, she has been my taste tester for years. If she gives it a thumbs up, that's all that matters. Here is the finished yams or sweet potatoes. Looks kind of juicy right now, but most of you guys know after they sit for a while, after coming out of the oven, all of that sweet sauce would absorb into the potatoes. But so far so good, you guys. Only a few more dishes to go.